Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hubby's outside cutting the front yard because he has his hernia surgery coming up in the next few days, and he's not going to be able to do it afterwards for a while, and it really needed to be cut. And he won't let me do it because, he doesn't want the neighbors to be like, why is the wife out there cutting the grass? What's he doing? They don't know that he's not doing very well, and he doesn't want them to know, I guess. So it's pride, it's pride. So I let him. But yeah, so it's probably going to be kind of loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But I thought I'd get started on this month's Scrappy 8 challenge for April. I just need to get my mind off some things, even though this isn't going to help because the subject matter is going to be what I'm trying to get my mind off of. But Lisa gave us the prompt mixed media art and to include layers and mark making. Okay, so I decided I'm going to use my free card, so no color. It can be whatever I want, no color options. So it's the free one, so that's no longer in here. Yeah, I decided to use it like this because it should be whenever I feel like I want to use it. So I'm going to use it for the month of April so that I can do whatever I want, not have to focus on a color. And so I already have my idea in my head. So we'll just get started, and from here on out, it'll just be a fast forward, a little bit of music maybe, and just me doing a voiceover when I'm done, okay? All right, so hold tight. I'll be right back. So my first order of business is to make my pieces, my layers. So it's going to be first this die cut, and I'm using the same kind of board that the original base is. So that's kind of a die cut emboss folder, and then this is just an emboss folder, and I'm just using a piece of printer paper, but it's like photo paper, so it's kind of a glossy, thinner photo paper. And then the last layer is Hansi, and I was able to make this image by taking that piece of tracing paper and I put it directly on my phone screen. So I had a picture of Hansi, and I just layered the tracing paper on my phone screen and traced it out. And then used carbon paper, obviously, to trace it onto a scrap piece of that photo paper. Which I wish I would have just used regular paper because it's just easier to color. I had a hard time coloring this later, but I was just trying to use up my scraps and stuff and not make more waste. So here I'm cutting him out, and you'll see another one of him up there to the left because that was the first one I did. And the carbon paper kind of smeared all over onto him. So I needed a cleaner version, so then I did it again. So that's the second one that you saw me cutting out there. All right, so now I am going to take some Mod Podge and put like a layer over where that little window was from the die cut. So that's why I just traced the oval, and then now I'm just putting the Mod Podge over that, and then I'll just let that dry. So that's the back layer, that's the base. And then this is the wood grain look, and now you'll see me tracing out or drawing out what I need this for. So this is, as you'll notice here real quick, you're going to get the concept of this really quick, but this is going to be the bridge. And this paper actually where the wood grain is was actually almost falling apart. It cut all the way through. The emboss went all the way through, so you can kind of see where it's kind of darker. That's torn, but so I had to be really careful not to tear it too much. All right, so this is my bridge. I'm deciding, I still don't know what colors I'm going to use, but I decided I'm just going to do, for now, black and white. I was originally going to do the bridge like brown, but then I realized, well, Hansi's kind of brown, and I didn't want him to blend in too much, so I decided to just go with black. So I'm just using black ink to color the bridge, make some of that wood grain stand out a little bit better. Yep. And then now here I'm just using a Sharpie marker, and I'm going to color in the branches that are embossed on this this piece, this layer. And there's also little leaves embossed that are like falling off the tree, but I just leave those as they are right now, because I was thinking of also coloring those black, but I decided to wait until I thought about it a little bit more. Didn't want to make any rash decisions yet. Decided to trace around the bridge also, just to make it pop off a little bit more. And I'm just going to glue down the bridge now. I'm pretty comfortable with it right now, just using glitter glue. Still not sure how I'm going to color him yet, but decided, well, I'll just sketch in with a regular ballpoint pen some of his markings, like his little bit of black that he had on his back and stuff. He was really darker when I first got him. He was full on black on his back, like a real German Shepherd. But later that lightened up quite a bit to where he was mostly tan with a little bit of black in there. So using the messed up first version of Hansi, I'm testing out some markers to see if I want to use these to color him in. But I don't have a tan colored marker. I just have like this peach and an orange. And I decided, nah, that's too cartoony. I mean, too bright. So then I decided to use my watercolor pencils. And like I said, this paper was really hard to color on. Like, it wouldn't take the color. It was too glossy, I think. So now I'm just testing the water on that paper, which is okay. So then I use the water to blend those colors in a little bit better. And then now I'm just outlining him a little bit so that he too will kind of pop off of the bridge a little bit better. And then now I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow to where he would be standing. And now that I'm comfortable with that, I will go ahead and glue him down. And now to work on the back piece, and I'm going to use alcohol inks to add the color to this. And first color is red, and I'm just spraying it with some water. And then we come in with a little bit of an orangey color. And yellow. You see where I'm going here, I'm sure. And I should have let that dry a little bit more. The green kind of took over, but that's okay. It still had the same effect that I wanted. I didn't want it neat. I did kind of want it a little bit sloppy or distressed or whatever you want to call it. Definitely not, I didn't want perfect stripes. I was just trying to lighten it up a little bit because it seemed kind of dark. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And then I felt like, I don't want the bridge to look like it just kind of falls off. So I'm going to try to do like a cloud effect. The cotton ball was not a good idea because pieces of the cotton were getting everywhere. So then I switch over to a paper towel, which was better. Okay, so I'm happy with this so far. So I go ahead and glue this layer onto the base. I'm trying to decide what to do with those leaves. So I think I'm going to color them just using Sharpie, colors of the rainbow. And then as I get towards the top, you know, the colors change to the rainbow colors. I'm trying to do it like in the order of the rainbow. I still have to do the mark making part, so I stopped there and decided to do the rest of the leaves in silver up towards the top. And then I'm going to use the silver to add dots. So this is my mark making. First I'm outlining the branch in silver, just the one that's going through the window. And then I add silver marks inside here, little dots. And that's my mark making part. And then I just, using the ballpoint pen, I go ahead and outline Hansi a little bit more, just to make him kind of stand out a little bit more also. Just a little bit more touch-ups, and that's it. This is my Scrappy 8 challenge for April for the prompt mixed media, and I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Tschüss.